Yeah. See you later. Have fun at school.
Yeah.
Right, good afternoon everyone. We're back at the Tow and Fert. It's been a while since I've used it because it's actually been broken. And the reason it was broken is because of its age, I believe. So just a bit of fatigue on some parts have worn out. Seals and a non-return valve. So what actually happened was the non-return valve, which is here, which is just it's a rubber like gasket with a flap in there, and it's just your non-return valve, so it keeps water in the pump, and it has a weight on it which is just a piece of stainless. And what happened was it came off and it got sucked into the pump, and then it done a bit of damage on that housing of the pump. So I've got the housing over here, so I just ended up breaking a piece out of it. We stand this up and look in there, you can see some welds down there. So this piece here used to be welded in there. I thought I would have been able to fix it, but they assemble these here, like they weld everything to that back plate and then they weld the outer on, so yeah, it couldn't be refused. But Metal Form have been really good at getting the parts out to me. So I got the two parts. I got that non-return valve and the outer of that pump there, put it all back together, and then I just had to wait for their travelling mechanic Charlie to come out, and he did a seal in the agitator for me, and we also ended up doing a seal in the pump. So this one here was leaking a little bit down there, so we replaced that, and he put a hydraulic restrictor on the other hydraulic hose. So yeah, so they've been really good. Still really happy with the machine. I don't want to badmouth them or anything. What happened to the pump is just fatigue. The new non-return valve has been changed, so now it has a bigger piece of stainless on it, so it doesn't fit through the hole into the pump. So the old non-return valve was able to fit through and into the pump, and that's what did the damage. So the new one, if it breaks off, it can't fit through that hole. So they've corrected the issue in these older pumps. And this is an old setup, like they don't come with the agitator on there, I believe. It's all just done with this pump. So they have, there's like a stand here, and it's got agitate and boom. Well, I think it's got that on it, and they use some of the water coming off the pump to agitate when you're spraying, and then when you're just mixing, then you just have full agitate, like have the tap fully open, so you're just using the water off the pump to agitate it. So they have simplified them a bit, and this machine is more of a one-off because it's had a front tank, so it's got a whole lot of, well, it had a whole lot of extra fittings. So I've removed one from there. It used to have a tap which connected up to the front, and then down the bottom there we've got more connections, and this tap here, which yeah, that would have been used for the front tank. So yeah, they've been really good. I'm still really happy with the machine. I'm looking forward to using it because it's all set up now. When Charlie was here, he helped get it all set up, so the right hydraulic flow, and explained to me how to run it. So he said keep the pressure gauge on about 20 psi when spraying. So yeah, and another thing that he's going to get made up for me is an air line that goes from here around to the front, so I can have that gauge on the other side, because the newer models have a gauge on the top up by the filter, so you can see what's going on. So this one here is right at the back, you can't really see, so you sort of set it up before and then use it. But yeah, if we have it on the other side, then you can see it from the tractor and you can know it's going right. So yeah, so that's what's happened to the spray unit. So we are going to go and spray some urea. So we're going to go into all the new grass paddocks for a start, just really just to use it. I just want to use it, you know, as it's running properly, get used to it, and then yeah, we'll try a few more things. The last side I did, which I didn't film, I actually put lime in. I had lime and I spread that with the urea. So yeah, it worked well. It was worked, but that's when it failed. So I ended up with this here was all full of lime down here. We couldn't suck any water into the tank because that was full of lime, so we had to clean that out. So yeah, no, metal form have been really good, and Charlie was really good, knew what he was on about. So yeah, thanks to those guys. But yeah, now we're going to get on and do some spraying. Well, we'll get there eventually. So when I started doing that paddock down there, the tractor started starving for oil, or the hydraulics. You could hear it really getting quite noisy, and I'd run out of transmission oil. I think on this farm source stocked the same oil that I use, or that our guy that services the tractor used. So managed to get some off them, and we can top it up, because yeah, underneath the valve block there, whatever you call it, there's a Allen key stud with a O-ring on it, and it keeps leaking from around there, blowing the O-ring out. So I'm not sure what's going on, but that's pretty sure that's where it's leaking. So gonna get some oil in it, and I'm gonna go and finish spraying this tank, because it is perfect for it right now. It's just a beautiful evening, just nice and still. Actually quite mild. Can hear the birds. Sounds good with a bit more oil in it, not so whiny. But yeah, it's perfect time to spray now. Nothing's getting burnt off. It's all landing on the leaf. So yeah, probably just worked out perfect. I've just had to finish early. I've still got 400 litres of spray in the sprayer, and I've done 8.6 hectares. So I think the first lot of spraying, first load I did 8 hectares, because the pump was running faster, so I was pushing the spray out, you know, using more spray. So it's actually more efficient now. Now it's all running properly. So yeah, really happy with that. Really happy with how it ran. Really happy with Metal Form. They've done a great job. So yeah, I guess that's going to be all for this video, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you somewhere else on the farm.